Good Thursday morning, December 1st, 2016. Listen, I'm elated and excited. I just want to thank each and every one of you that have been so kind and so gracious to support Dying on My Feet, my journey times two. But I have to give a special shout out to my colleague and friend, Mrs. Gail Tigner of Youngstown, Ohio. She was the very first one to take advantage of our 5%, $5 cash return on Dying on My Feet. And Ms. Tigner, let me say, you started an avalanche. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So those next three books that are coming out, I said two the other day, but the next three that are coming out, Danger Zone, Mothers and Their SMEN, and we're also doing a handbook book for dads and their sons. And I'm working on trying to get all of these out at least by my birthday, May 2017. Don't know if I'll get all three of them out or not, but we're certainly working on Mothers and Her SMEN. But listen, let me say to you this morning is that I hope you've been bobbing and weaving and ducking, because we know life comes at you and we know people have been throwing punches at you. And we just ask you to continue to understand that life does come at you. So listen, we're not going to waste any time making any excuses. We're just going to say one thing in conjunction to several things. You know, I love the song by Yolanda Adams, "The battle is not yours, but it's the Lord's." But understand one thing. You are in the war. That's the thing you have to understand. You are in the war. And we know that faith without works is dead. They are dead on arrival. So I do want to share that. So as you get your copies of Dying on My Feet, My Journey Times Two, always keep in mind that many things that we talk about and we discuss, the faith is real. And people many times try to question. I can only say one can only relay his or her experiences. So as you do your Christmas shopping and as you do your stocking stuffings and all of that kind of thing, your stocking stuffers, I should say, be sure to pick up a copy via Barnes & Noble or www.yourbrighterfuture.org, your copy of Dying on My Feet, My Journey Times Two. And as I said, those of you that like poetry, please pick up a copy of Mind Muscle. But I do want to say to each and every one of you that I sincerely pray and hope that you are having a great day and a great morning, because, again, life happens. So don't let anyone fool you. It's not about making excuses. It's not about whining. And unfortunately, too many times we say to people, oh, stop whining. Well, let's help them grow their faith and help them to understand that, again, the battle is not yours, but the Lord's. But you are in the war. So when things are coming at you and life is challenging you and all of those kinds of things, do not be discouraged by the naysayers. You know, people always say, well, I thought you were a Christian. Well, my response to them is, I am, but I'm also dealing with situations that I'm not very happy about right now. And I do understand the battle is not mine, but I am in the war. So I hope you're having a good morning, and I hope things are going really well for you. And I pray that you will continue to keep your eyes on the prize. And the real prize is keeping our eyes on God. But I would like to ask each and every one of you, too, if you get the opportunity to help me say a belated happy birthday to my niece, Dr. Adrian Williams. Remember I told you my baby sister has been asleep approximately 19 years now. Well, it's her baby daughter, Adrian, who's a pharmacist. And we're just so proud of her. She had her birthday. She may not want me to tell her age, so I'll say this. She's older than 22. She had her birthday on yesterday. And also, it's not their birthday, but her brother, Sergeant Johnny Williams, has retired from the military. And the elder of them, Winifred Williams Robinson, is blessed to be a very successful entrepreneur, and she's a nurse, etc. So even though my baby sister went to sleep, the Lord continues to bless, and he's blessed all of her children. So we just say all the time, and I want to repeat this because some people just don't get it. The battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. However, you are in the war. Faith without works are dead. So when things arrive dead on arrival, understand that it takes more than faith. We have to, I have a friend, Dr. Derek Pledger. Derek, I think Derek is from New York, but we met in Cleveland, Ohio. And Derek used to love to say, yeah, man, but you got to put some feet on them prayers. And so I kind of adopted that, and I stole that from Derek. And I share with people all the time is that we have to put feet on our prayers. It would be great if we could all just sit and say, okay, Lord, it's yours now, handle it. And I know we say that a lot, and that's why I say I know sometimes ministers, we get caught up in the fact that everybody understands many times like we do. And we make statements and we don't finish those statements out. So please allow me to say, faith without works is dead. It's going to require some work sometimes. We know that it can be very discouraging. Life can be very discouraging at times. However, as we continue to fight and we continue to hang in there, then we know that we can and we will improve. Dying on my feet, my journey times 2. I take pride in saying 26 years. Nobody gave me an opportunity, even the doctors. It was amazing, guys, if you could have been there, as to their optimism, and they were trying to cheer me up. And I was sitting there, I guess, with this smirk on my face, saying to these guys, hey, guys, there's a power stronger than all of us. And I don't really think they understood that. So the day I was walking out of the hospital, they had this amazed look on their faces. That's why I say, without being cocky, I know they didn't get it, because there is a power stronger than all of us. So when you tell me that I'm going to be in your hospital for 9 months, and the good Lord takes me out of there in 6 weeks, and you say that, hey, it's good that you have a good spirit, they still didn't understand that there was a power stronger than all of us. Yes, I need to have a good spirit, but it had nothing to do with me forcing God to make a decision. He made his decision. And my thing was to stay positive and to believe that he would do what he was going to do. And I have to say this before signing off. I understood very clearly that my time may have actually been up, but it was going to be up because of what decision God had made, not the decision of the oncologist. That's really the point I want to drive home. So when you pick up Dying on My Feet, My Journey times 2, again, you can go to www.yourbrighterfuture.org, or you can go to Barnes & Nobles. I autograph every single copy that's purchased from me. And right now, as you know, everybody's having Black Friday and then Buy It Tuesday and all of that. So we have a $5 cash discount return once you purchase the book. And when the book comes to you, the $5 will be included there. So, and you can contact me directly. A lot of people get beside themselves and think they're too important. My telephone number is 440-935-0374. If you'd like to have prayer with me, or if you'd like me to share prayer with you, or if you have loved ones you'd like me to talk with and discuss, or if you have civic organizations or churches or any organization that would like me to come and share, I will be more than happy to do that. Please allow me to say this to you, is that I'm unorthodox. I don't say all the things sometimes that other ministers may say and try to be prim and proper. I just tell it like it is. Yes, I was frustrated at times, but I got over it. Yes, I wasn't sure if I was going to survive or not, but I got over it. Yes, initially, I wanted to know why me, but I got over it. So, and people love to say, why me? And you hear many people say, well, but you don't ask God, Lord, why me when things are going well? I got it. And I understand. Because sometimes now, 26 years later, when arrows are being shot at me, punches are being thrown at me, people are, for whatever reason, trying to scandalize my name, etc. I say, God, what's happening here? And then I have to say to Melvin, Lars, who are you to question God? So understand, as we sign off December 1st, 2016, as Yolanda Adams, such a beautiful lady, with such a beautiful song, sings that song. The battle is not yours, but the Lord's. Remember very simply, the battle is the Lord's. However, you are in the war. You are part of the fight. So you have work that you have to do as well. Be blessed. Pick that copy up. Dying on My Feet. My Journey Times 2. It will bless your soul. I've been told many, many times, and I don't say that to be cocky. I'm just happy that I can share and be a beacon of light for some. Mind Muscle, again, has been compared with Dr. Maya Angelou and Langston Hughes. And the reason I'm so happy about that is because those are two of my favorite poets. And I had no idea. Just a young man that grew up in Bossier City, Louisiana, writing poetry, inspired, quite honestly, by my English teacher, Mrs. Coleman, who's passed on now. And, that's why we have to be clear as to where God's power comes from. It may come from any directions that we're not even expecting. So please do not be fooled and do not allow people to mislead you into thinking that because life happens, that you're somehow this monster or you've just done such terrible things. I mean, and this is a sermon in and of itself that'll take many, many parts to explain. But please allow me just to say, you know what I'm going to say, right? The battle is not yours. It's the Lord's. But you are in the war. You are in the fight. There are things that you are going to have to do to bring your happiness and your joy into alignment as we have faith and as we have trust in the Lord. So have a great and blessed day. Again, feel free to contact me at any time, 440-935-0374. It's a great day. Thursday, December 1, 2016. Be blessed.